We're the owners of the Antique and Treasure Trove, and my name is Kay Schriefer, Schriefer.
Can you tell us a little bit more about yourself?
Well, worked for the government for a long time. My husband retired from the government after 43 years, and we got interested in antiques because neither families had any antiques, and we started going to auctions, and it gets to be a lot, and so we decided to open a business. Well, we went into malls first, and we've been doing it now for maybe 39 years.
Can you tell us a little bit more about the business?
It's changed over the years. People's interest has changed. The buying public has changed. The newer generation, they're not interested in the older things. They like to buy things that Grandma had, but they don't want to use them. And but it's an interesting circle that we're going through, because now the young generation, the real young generation, is coming back around. They want the old things. They don't know if their grandma had it or not, but they think it's really cool and they want to use it.
Huh.
They don't want it just to sit. They want to use it, and that's wonderful, because most things work still today.
Were there any obstacles to opening your business in the Quad Cities?
Well, I would have to say it was our own problem. Our first storefront was out in East Moline, and we were not from East Moline. We were born in Davenport, came over here, and had lived here for 30 years when we opened our business. And East Moline is a small town. I don't mean small, I mean a very close town at that time. And that was early 90s, 91, 92. And they had just finished the streets, and the everything was just beautiful. And we thought, that's where we want to go. So the next thing you know, we got a little building out in Cordova, and we were there 8 years. Loved it, and built quite a nice business there. And then my husband became ill, and I couldn't leave him at home and go up there. That's 40 miles back and forth. So we opened up a little store that was just next door here at that time. In 2001, he received a heart transplant, and we had the opportunity to move here in 2002. We've been here ever since.
So, discussing your business in the QC, how has opening it impacted your life overall?
Changed it completely.
How so?
Well, you have to get up every single day whether you want to or not. You have to work on Saturdays. We've tried Sundays. We've tried holidays. A lot of your friends don't understand what you're doing, and they're not interested. We don't play golf, we don't do this, we don't do that. You know, we don't have a boat. So, interests change, and so we became very, very close, and we just had a ball. Just the two of us. We became involved in politics, and we enjoyed that. We were very active in politics here in Rock Island County. And that took up some of our time. We had church. Took a lot of time. Made a lot of good friends. The older you got, the more you did realize that the older generation wants to get rid of their things. They don't want to buy more things. So we have a lot of their things in here.
What wanted you to get into the antique business in the first place? What made you want to do this?
An overpacked basement.
My mom would say the same thing.
Well, it got to be, you know, we had such good times going to auctions because we wanted just that one thing, and we ended up with all this. Well, okay, what are you going to do with it? Well, we packed it up in boxes and it went downstairs, but we took out the things that we wanted and we used them because they were things that we had grown up with but didn't get. And so the basement got full, and then we had the garage, and it got full. And so we started just going to the different malls and decided that we'd go to an antique mall and start getting rid of our things. And we were successful. We were successful in some of the malls. But we learned by the way they did things in the mall the way we wanted to do them. You know, we've had beautiful dealers, nice dealers, very nice dealers. And they didn't steal from us. They didn't, you know, they were just very, very nice dealers. We're down quite a bit right now because of, well, people age and they can't do it anymore. And a lot of people look at me and say, why the hell are you doing it? Well, because I love it. And I love people. And I love to see happy faces when they grab their package and run out the front door.
Was this a tough industry to break into, the antique industry?
We just had to really study, and that's what we did. We have an entire library with books just to learn about things that we knew nothing about. None of our family had them. And as the older you get, you wonder, nothing is dated or you don't know anything about it, so you have to go back and do your research. And that's part of the fun.
How do you determine what you want to sell in your own shop? Like what you buy and store here?
I don't buy anymore, but I just open up a box and I think, well, and sometimes I'm looking for something for someone, and I have an idea where it might be, and lo and behold, I discover something else. And I might have not found that, but then something else comes in. Also, a lot of it determines what people are asking for. Right now, they're asking for divided dishes because they're entertaining a lot at home. And the younger generation is actually buying glassware for orange juice, for anything, just to perk themselves up a little bit. They're kind of tired of plastic. It's nice to sell something to someone that has never had that particular item before.
Are you pretty active within the Quad Cities? Do you have like a favorite area to go, or like are you a part of a local community within the Quad Cities?
I'm just with the downtown merchants
Sure.
and church,
Sure.
and I have backed off. My husband passed away in 2019, but he had that new heart for 18 and a half years. We were very blessed by God.
What do you wish someone had told you before starting a business?
Be surprised.
Be surprised? How so?
Everything at that time was a surprise. I mean, people complained because it was too much, or, oh, well, it's not, and just, it was always a surprise. I didn't shop like that.
Mm-hmm.
And when we would go into an antique mall, we never found criticism. That was a surprise.
Mhm.
People's attitude when we first started. We were new antique dealers.
Mhm.
And I don't think people, well, there were so many older antique dealers. When I say older, not age-wise, but experienced. They either learned from their parents or whatever. And so we were the new kids on the block. And it took some doing to prove that we knew what we were talking about.
Do you have any advice for new or aspiring entrepreneurs within the Quad
Do
Cities?
it. If you want to do it and can do it, do it. People are wanting new things.
Mhm.
And there's a lot of different new businesses coming up, and I think it's just wonderful. And it's by young people.
Mhm.
And you wonder where they get their money, but it really doesn't matter. That's their business. But just do it. If you feel that you can do it and you have the energy and the fortitude to just do it.